And Alberta is moving forward with its tariff response, despite the confusion over whether they'll be imposed. Premier Danielle Smith says the repeated pausing and unpausing of tariffs is creating extreme economic volatility. As Mark Villani reports, the province is focused on protecting Canadian energy.
Alberta is ready for a trade war, refusing to purchase American liquor, introducing plans for a Buy Canadian advertising campaign, and pausing its purchase of VLT machines from the U.S. Moves that are still in place, despite a partial one-month reprieve from President Trump on 25% tariffs for some Canadian goods.
I'm inclined to think that they will still stand, but I do want to get some feedback on that.
And some of that overwhelming feedback from this tariff battle now comes with a desire to protect oil and gas north of the border.
It's actually recalibrated the entire country to understand just how important it is for us to be able to have new markets, which has changed the conversation.
A new Nanos survey finds that 75% of Canadians are in favor of a cross-country pipeline from Alberta to eastern Canada.
We need to work together, we need to be pragmatic, we need to build.
But interprovincial trade barriers, changing opinions from provinces like Quebec, and plans for an oil and gas emissions cap stand in the way.
That's like putting a tariff on our own country. We're the only country in the world talking about doing that. It's absolutely insane. It makes no sense.
Plus, if the tariff war drags on, some economists say the threat of U.S. refineries undertaking the cost to import oil other than Canadian crude could have long-term effects.
Then we could get frozen out of that market, and that would be a real problem. We sell 97% of our exports of crude oil go to the United States because we don't have any sort of functional coastal access except for TMX.
The Canadian Association of Petroleum Producers adds that nation-building infrastructure projects will diversify Canadian products and tariff-proof our country. We're at the crossroads. Canada must create long-term national opportunities for businesses and workers, improve productivity, and build a more resilient and prosperous Canadian economy.
We need to go into an election so that we have the new Prime Minister, whoever that may be, with a 4-year mandate.
And Mark is live now outside McDougall Centre. Mark, Alberta's countermeasures for tariffs will stay, but it's still a slippery slope ahead.
Yeah, that's right, Ian. Alberta Premier Danielle Smith says Alberta needs to take action and stand firm because the pausing and unpausing of these tariffs is just creating confusion for Canadians and Americans alike. But Alberta has stopped short of announcing any plans to curtail or impose counter tariffs on oil and gas shipments. The Premier concerned here that that could further escalate this trade war with the United States, as well as hurting Canadians in the long term. Ian.
Thank you, Mark.